Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dasha. I go by the name Dasha Art on YouTube. If you are new here, you're welcome. In this channel we are drawing a lot of different stuff in our sketchbooks and have fun. In this video I will be drawing a witch baking a cake. In the first clip you saw me that I was erasing the pencil sketch that I didn't need it anymore, and I was left with just the line art that I used the Faber-Castell black fine liner for it. Now let's just mix some colors on the palette and be careful because here I almost spilled the whole paint on the piece and it was almost ruined. In this painting I'm using a little different approach than I usually draw in. First thing I did, I just used the lightest color that I have, that is a yellow, and I looked up where the light source is coming from, and I just go from there and put the light items that are the closest to the light and are reflecting the light off of it. Then I was just mixing the other colors that I need for this piece. I was combining red and yellow and orange for the background because I wanted to have a brick background with cozy vibes, and after I color around the fire I just use my brown colors and fill in the table. It's really satisfying to see the flat color bringing the piece together. But first let's just mix some colors on the palette and get started with the art piece. You can see me here that I'm coloring the flat color section by section. The first thing we fill in the background around the fire with the red and orange color, and then I moved on in the another area of the piece that I can leave the rest of the paint dry before I move on to the next piece that is closer to the items that I was coloring beside that. Like I was moving from coloring in the background with the fire, and then I move on to the front of the piece and I colored in the brown with table with the brown color, and then I moved again in the back of the piece and then I color in the shells and the garland, and then I move back to the front and I just use a lot of different colors and slowly color in the cake and the items that are beside the cake. To have rich and inviting drawing, you need to mix your own colors, so that's why I did here. I'm using a bunch of different orange, yellows and mix them together. Even if I already have the color that I need, I just put a little touch of the other color that I used in another section of the drawing, and that way the piece is more cohesive and it can look a little more inviting than before. Now I'm just coloring the floors, thinking that I just wanted to use a gray color for the floor because to have illusion for the stone floors for this piece, and I'm using just the black, gray and white color for that. I really wanted to draw strong emotion in this piece, so that's why I do the shocking witch. So I really want to capture this moment here in the paper. That's why she's baking the cake with the heart, and the heart is falling on the icing on top of the cake and ruined everything around her. So that's why she's so stressed and shocked, and I really want to play with emotions in this piece, so that's why it's really fun to draw, and I really enjoyed the process of drawing it. I'm just coloring in the drawing section by section because this is easier for my brain to process where the light is coming from, where I need to put the shadows down, and where I can improve on making the piece more alive, like I said before. And here you can see me that I'm coloring in the fire, and then later I will color in the hair and the bricks that you see on the background, and everything starts to look a little more combined than it was before. You just need to trust your process. I knew that in this painting I will be in the ugly stage of drawing a really long time, so I just start to trust my process and go with my instincts, because in the end it looks amazing and I'm really happy with this piece. Maybe I didn't consider the colors of the cake because I don't really like the toppings and the biscuits that I was choosing the colors for, and maybe I can do a little better, and I can do this a little better in the future. And after I did that, I just go in and try to shadow everything. I was having a little different approach than before. I was just making a lot of textures. I was coloring in the shadows on the table and shading with the darker color of the same color that I use on the base. Like you see here on the cake, I have the flat color of the yellow, and then I go on top of it and I dip the brush in the orange color, and I make these dots all around the cake, and it looks a little more realistic. And that's I continue throughout the whole piece and make it simple for my brain to process how the light and shadow work. After I have the base color dry and I have the highlights, I just use the darker color and go over it, like you see here on the stones around the fire. And then I was just leaving a little spaces of the yellow color that are shining through, that I can use like a really sharp shadow and light source, and it's more convenient for the piece. And then I moved on to the floor and just making the stones a little darker, because the whole piece I needed a little more variation of the black, because every color that I use until now is in the middle section of the darkness, so I need to darken some corners and make some items pop. I really want the cake to pop out and this girl, so I'm really focused on that right now. Usually my process of drawings looks like this, that I firstly have the idea on my mind, then I just drew it loosely on the paper with my pencil. After that I use my Faber-Castell black fine liners and line everything and erase the sketch beneath. And after that I do the shadows first, or I do the color first. It depends on the day and how I was feeling at that moment, and I just firstly do the flat colors, and then I use the darker and the light colors to bring this piece to life. And in the end, for all the process, I'm using acrylic inks because they don't lift up after they are dry, and I really love that aspect because I can layer and layer a bunch of different colors on top and it would look like magic. And I really love the process of drawings. That's why I do this slowly and carefully, and I'm really conscious of what I'm doing. I'm usually in the flow state because when I'm listening to music and draw, I often don't hear the music and all, and I'm just drawing and enjoying the moment. And after the piece is dry with acrylic inks that I put down, I'm usually using acrylic marker pens, and I just do the highlights with them. If I lose some shadows or some highlights along with the coloring process, that's why I can bring them back to life with coloring pens. Actually, I really enjoyed coloring and drawing a lot of different stuff that are really squished together and have a lot of different variations in the piece that you can look at, and a lot of different details, because when I was a kid I really liked the coloring books with a lot of different details and really cluttered space, and I really want to portray that in my drawings. I'm not really good at maybe the perspective of some items in here, but I'm trying my best. If you have any suggestions how I can improve my drawings or where I did some kind of mistake, just comment down below and let me know where I should improve and work on in my next video. I hope you like this kind of drawings and drawing style that I have right now. I think it's a little more for coloring books for children, but I really like that style and I want to explore it a little more with you guys, and I hope you are doing well. When I was almost at the end of the drawing, I thought it's a little darker than I wanted it to be, so I just use a lot of different colors, yellows and white color for the highlights, and I wanted to bring everything back to life, and I was just trying to put them on the items that are shiny, that reflects the light from the fire, and I think it's look okay. I hope you like this video and enjoy the process of it. Let me know where I can improve, or if you want to see me draw something else, just comment down below. I see you in my next video. Stay joyful and enjoy the holidays.